Okay, go
out
ahead.
there.
Ask.
Yeah. I heard from I've noticed from jams that their people are using their actual names instead of giving a different name.
Who are
Is
these
there
people?
um I've attended jams with people from US.
Are they any good? These people?
Not not sure.
Are they improvisers or are they students or are they not? Or, I don't, because they shouldn't do that.
Okay.
No, nobody should do that.
Okay.
It's just you just don't do it. It's it. I mean that would be like you and I being in a Shakespeare play, and you're Hamlet, but I keep calling you Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It's bad, and people do it because no one told them different.
Not to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
And because they're nervous, so they think. So that's the one thing they know is their name and your name, maybe.
Okay.
So no, don't ever do it.
Yep.
That's why when we get up together as as a two-person thing, when we do it later, I always remove the name so we're not tempted to do that.
Yes.
Any other thoughts, questions? Something that has been just gnawing away at you about improv? Nothing. Just me. Am I the only one who dreams about improv?
I was thinking.
What's that? What's this? Oh, you do? Okay. All right. So we'll get started with things since you don't have any input. For me, that's fine. So one of the things that we talked about yesterday, I don't know what day it is anymore. We talked about a lot of things yesterday, and we're going to talk about them today. And they have to do with, well, ways to inspire us. If you were listening in or watching yesterday, it's going to be like deja vu for you for a little bit. I'm sorry. But I don't know how many of you have ever heard the name Miles Davis, heard of that person. He was a trumpet player, but he was a jazz musician, composer in the 20th century. I guess he started in the 50s, really, but 40s, really. And then he single-handedly changed music. He changed jazz, then he changed it again, then he changed it again for everybody, then he changed music in general. He was unbelievable. He was a force. Not somebody you'd want to have a drink with, but a force. He was totally committed to his music. He admitted himself that there was nothing more important than his music, including people. And he said a lot of things that were just brilliant. And because he was a jazz musician, it relates to what we do. Jazz is improvisation within a structure. And so is this. It's working with other people without being able to talk to them about what you're doing at the time you're doing it. There's a structure, but you don't know where it's going to go, and people can take it wherever they want. So there are no rules, but there are things that are good to do and things that probably aren't. So I've explained kind of who he is and why I even bother to quote him. So I'm going to throw some quotes from him into what we're doing. Last night I threw them in right away because somebody asked some questions and they were so relevant to what I was going to talk about. So the first thing is about that he said is this. He's talking about music. I'm talking about improv. He says that the note is only 20%. The attitude of the mother effer who plays it is 80% of it. That right there is, as far as that's gold. Someone who didn't know very much about, say, rock music a long time ago asked me, so what is this rock stuff anyway? What is it? Is it a certain beat? Is it this? Is it that? And I said, it's not. It's none of that. It's an attitude. I said, if you don't have the attitude, I don't care what instrument you play, it's not going to be rock. If you do have the attitude, you can play rock on bagpipes. It's all the attitude, period. That's why there were so many people in the 70s and like in the 80s who thought, well, I can do that. That's easy. It's just these chords. Nah, you suck. Because they didn't have it. They were just passengers. This is attitude. Improv. Improv is attitude. The attitude needs to be, I am about to do something incredible on this stage. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be incredible. And it's going to be like magic. It's going to be like, it's not just comedy. It's comedy and magic together. When people watch good improv, they should, I guess, laugh. But they should also say to themselves, how the hell did they do that? How did they do it? But the idea is to make it look easy, just like any good magician. It's not a problem to saw that woman in half and put it back together. It's not a problem to guess the right card. It's not a problem that doves fly out of the hat. I can do this, but you can't. But magicians know that there is no such thing as magic. There's no such thing as magic. It's an illusion. It's something they work on. It's techniques. There's no magic. The only people who believe that there's magic are people who don't know how to do it. The way it is in an audience. They will never figure out how, if we do it well, they will never figure out how it's done. Particularly if we make it look easy. And how do you do it? You do it by just doing it, by just knowing the techniques, the tricks, and using them. Just as you would on any team that you're playing with. If you're playing baseball and you're the second baseman and the ball gets hit to you on the ground, you don't have to think. You don't have to create anything. You know, because you've practiced and practiced and practiced, that you now toss the ball to the shortstop who runs to second base and tags the base and throws the ball to first base, and there's a double play. You know that. And the first baseman knows you're going to do it, and the shortstop knows you're going to do it, and everybody in the whole stadium knows you're going to do it. You don't have to think about it. You've worked on that. You don't know when it's going to happen in a game or if it's going to happen, but when it does, your body takes over and does it because you've learned it. Someone who came from another planet and saw that would think it was magic. How did he know? How did this guy know that this guy was going to toss the ball to second base? They didn't talk. How did they know? How do we know how to do improv? How do we know what to do? Because we know what to do. It's not just that you know what to do. It's that I, as your partner, know that you know what to do. So I anticipate. And I try to give you what you need. It's not like acting. It's not like acting. It has elements of it. And I'm not saying it's easier or harder. I find it hard to be an actor. It's more like magic. It's more like knowing the trick and performing it as though any idiot can pull that card out. So, any questions or comments about what I've said? Any reaction?
That makes complete
I
sense.
like it.
So, like,
Yeah,
Here,
especially
here,
when
here,
you say
here.
that.
Bravo.
Especially when you say that it's magic.
It's like magic. I think that's the perfect description of like improv. Like why are we doing scene dynamics, uh like making it just louder or softer, or using like colorful things, like these are all like things that are in your back pocket. And uh who 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 what industry has that back pocket? Like magicians of pocket,
Yeah.
here.
Hmm.
Yeah, and in
Yeah.
the cave there's hidden elephant or hidden bunnies or doves. Yeah, it's perfect description.
And as I said last week, at some point, that hard work is a talent. Being able to do hard work is a talent,
Yeah.
and your natural talent doesn't become ability until you work at it. So when I hear a great guitarist, my thought isn't, oh, he was given a gift from heaven. No, my thought is, this guy spent hours and hours a day for his whole life working on this, so that now it looks easy.
Yeah.
So it looks like a gift. What kind of gift do you give yourself? I mean, he did it. It's work. There's stuff you need to know, and you need to do it. That's it. Any other thoughts about any of that?
So someone uh, after a show on Thursday, someone asked me what is the one thing that you liked about the show. I said, because I was having so much fun at that point, I said it is a blur. I can't think of anything that went with, because everything was like a blur. And I really resonate with what you said about when the partner and me knows what to do. It just fits like two blocks, like
See,
Lego blocks.
that resonates with me because I'm like that. After a show, maybe we'll go out and have a beer or something, and someone in the cast will say, "Hey, remember when you were that and you had the duck and he came in with?" And my answer is, "No, I don't remember at all. I don't remember anything that we did because I'm in the moment. I'm in the moment. I'm not watching it and judging it and storing it. I'm in it. So it's not really in my long-term memory because I'm not thinking about it. I'm just doing it. So I think that's a symptom of being present. Is that those people, they go to the Grand Canyon and they only see it through their iPhone. They take a million pictures, but they never actually look at it and put the phone away. It's the same thing in improv. They're watching themselves and they're watching what's going on, but they're not in it. So yes, I get that. I really do. It's almost like a good thing that that it's a blur. It means we're not pushing to think about it. Any other thoughts? That's interesting.
It's
When
just
you
something
said-
additional to what you're saying about being in the present and not thinking about it too much, and that your viewers could laugh, but what's important is that you're in the moment. There was one thing that you said in the previous sessions that we had, was that when you get bumped by someone, when your car gets bumped by someone, you don't think about how the story progresses, but rather you just react and stay in that moment, and you just react to what the other person had said. So I think that's what I keep playing in my head whenever I try to do scenes, because it's quite it's very hard to disentangle the need and the urge to want to control how things
Yeah.
uncover, but just so it's a constant reminder to just always be present and just always react to what the other person said, and that's all that matters in that moment.
Well, you see, it's difficult because
Yeah.
you, at the same time, you are the puppet and you're the puppeteer. You're the person who needs to see the big picture and see where it all fits and see what's going on. So you can't just unplug entirely, but you also have to be in it. So how do you do that? How do you be the puppet at the same time that you're the puppeteer, and do both? It's hard. You have to kind of split your brain and give certain tasks to one part of your brain, and then give other tasks to the other part. That's why we do things like scene dynamics and close stuff for no reason, random stuff, because that's just generic mechanical stuff, and it doesn't involve any creative process in your brain. So that part of you can do all that stuff while the creative part of you can be focusing on what's going on around you. You can do it, but it's easier to do it if you aren't working too hard at creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts?
All right. I would argue that another talent is that the willingness to subsume yourself, your ego, to a structure. I mean, with the more and more I play with this, like I'm from a classical acting background and blah, 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 which is all about Rob and blah, blah, blah. But this is about just flowing with changes and going with charts and listening and body language in a way that the other one is not. So it's sort of like, yeah, I'm analyzing what somebody's doing, but I'm also reacting to it.
Yep.
Without analyzing it.
Like playing it's like playing jazz or jamming with another musician.
But
I know what key I'm in, and wait, where's he going with this? Oh, right, okay, I can follow that.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of which, it's talking about creativity. It's not about standing still. If anybody wants to keep creating, they have to be about change. That's it. If you're not interested in changing, if you want to walk into a class, a rehearsal, a show, or a workshop and walk out exactly the same person that you were when you walked in, why bother? Why bother? You've got to want it to be different. You want you to be. You can't change anybody else. The only change you can make is you. So this is to help us all make those changes when we need them. I know I need to constantly, and I suffer because I don't get a chance to. Like we all have. I haven't been doing any live stuff. Even when I do, I'm often directing, so I don't get a chance to do stuff. So it's hard. I'm almost stuck myself. I have to force myself to change. It's not easy. Okay. Any other thoughts before we start doing shit?
Tom, what makes an improv show watchable, or
Well, if I'm in it, no, I'm kidding.
So there will be a good improv show in 10 minutes.
What an idiot! No. Okay. That's a good question. I can tell you, for me, I used to do tech, sound and lights and all that at an improv festival every year. And it was like a 4-day improv festival. And there was two different stages, and I would do tech in one theater one night and the other theater another night. So I would just sit there and watch group after group after group, 45 minutes at a time, just over and over and over for 4 nights. And it got to the point where it didn't matter how good they were. There's only so much of it you can stand. I don't care what kind of music you like. Eventually, if you listen to it for 45 minutes at a time, all night long for 4 nights, you're going to not want to hear it for a while. Yeah. But the stuff that works is, for me, is the stuff that appeals to my brain, that appeals to that matters in some way. They're doing something that matters, that I think is important in some way. That's what gets me. That they're innovating, they're doing something important, and it just, there's a connection. And whenever there's that connection, okay, it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as there's that connection. And that's what you see. And as long as that connection holds, then they hold my interest. Half the time, So I'm getting feedback. Where's that coming from? Half the time, I would say that unlike with stand-up comedians, most of the time we want to treat the audience like they're smart. Stand-up comedians treat the audience like they're stupid. They're constantly telling them stuff that they think they don't know. Do you ever notice the blah, 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 blah? Do you ever see? Blah, blah, blah? So basically what they're saying is, I noticed this stuff. You probably didn't. Improvisers treat the audience like they're smart. I'd say 75% of the time, we want to do things where the audience gets the idea and it's like, and they're ahead of us. Like, I know where this is going. And 25% of the time, we want to go in a different direction and fool them. And yeah, we're doing this. And that's what brings audiences back. That sense of, I get this. I understand it. Whoa, that was like a roller coaster. I didn't see that coming. But I get this now. So it's a mixture of surprise and making them feel smart and invested. That's what I think makes it watchable, from my experience. But I will tell you that I don't really, when I'm on a stage, I don't really care what the audience thinks. How can I? If you're playing music, do you hey, what key should I play this one in? You know, who does that? I don't care. It's nice if they like it, but what's important is if I and everyone in the cast likes what we're doing. If we are doing something we think is great and they don't get it, all right, maybe tomorrow night's audience will get it. But if we're doing crap and I know it and we know it and they're laughing, that's not good enough. So they always say in improv, play to the top of your intelligence. Always, 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 always play to the top of your intelligence. Pick somebody in the audience who you think is the smartest person in the audience and play to them the whole night. Forget about everybody else. Play to that one person. They may not be the smart, but just pretend that they are and play to them. Let everyone who's not getting it raise themselves, as opposed to everyone has to lower themselves because you're playing to the stupidest people in the audience to get a laugh. But that's, you asked me, so you got my opinion. Okay, so any other thoughts? And we'll push on. Okay, let's do the thing that we've been doing, and I'll just partner up with everybody, and then you'll do your stuff, and we'll do similar to what we were doing last night with scene dynamics, but not right now. We'll just do some shit right now, and I'll just go down the line one by one. 2 minutes. Okay. So, all right, there we go. Get rid of the names, and whenever you're ready.
Sorry, what was the instruction again? I didn't follow.
Just doing a scene.
Okay. I keep thinking about those ice lollies that we used to get like in school. I
was thinking the same thing.
Don't kid me. You hated them. You hated them.
I hate them, but I was thinking about them.
Sean,
I hated Dad, but I think about him sometimes.
Why do you think about them?
About the lollies or about Dad?
Yeah. It's just mixed up. I when I think of Dad, I think of a flavor from those ice lollies, which is like really pungent. And
when I think of Dad, I think of those lollies too, and I think of the stick accidentally getting stuck in my throat. That's what Dad makes me think of.
That shouldn't happen, right? It shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen. No, you know,
What?
I didn't have
There
the
should
same
be a right
relationship
way.
with that you did. I didn't
There
have
should
the
be-
same relationship with that you had. Okay, I never
That's
did.
what you
You know,
think. That's always what you think. Like you think that what we had was better. You wanted to have your thing, but
I just wanted anything. I
Sean,
got nothing. Okay.
you had me. You had me looking after you when Dad came home, and that. Don't
Exactly.
shake your head like that.
No,
Don't.
I mean it.
You're mocking me, right?
No.
And right here, right now, back at that camping site, like when we are back at that camping site. Okay, Sean. Us, we are all that we have
Okay.
now.
All right. I'm gonna take you back now. Okay, I can take us all back. Remember that thing that we always used to say when things got really bad, that you and I used to say together at the same time. We would look at each other and we would just say it. Remember that whole sentence? Let's say it with me.
Yeah.
Say it with me.
Yes. We
We
are
are never
beautiful, never
going
going
to
to Alabama.
yes. Now that's a flavor. That's us. Yeah. Sorry.
Ah.
So Edna
Yes.
said to me, and she said, Claire, he doesn't love you anymore. And I said, Edna, yes, he does. He just has a different way of showing it. Okay. And I said, Edna, the love is there. And she said, Claire, it's not. And I said, Edna, yes, it is. And she said, Claire, no, it isn't. So, is it? Is it, Barry? Is it there? Is Edna right, or is Claire right? Am I right?
How much longer is this going to go on?
Okay. What's my favorite cereal?
Captain Crunch, which is a bit odd for somebody your age, but that's fine. We're supportive, yeah.
This is
Captain
good.
Crunch.
This is good. Yes, it is.
Sugar.
Yes. And you remember that it's Captain Crunch because Captain Crunch is sweet, and so
Is Claire. All right. Claire.
Captain Crunch is sweet, and so
So are you.
yes, I do. See, I knew it was still there. You're such a grumpy bear sometimes.
Ah,
You're such a grumpy bear. People think that you hate me,
I do hate you.
but in a loving
I've
way.
There's a difference between love and pity. I pity you, Claire.
Okay, I'll take that.
I've moved out. I've moved on.
Okay.
I live with Joyce, and yet you still come around.
Okay. Don't call her Joyce. She's that woman. Okay? Can we agree on that at least?
No.
And it's not Captain Crunch, it's Cap'n Crunch. Okay?
Captain Crunch.
Cap'n Crunch.
Captain Crunch we can do. Captain Crunch, yes. That woman or Joyce, we're going with Joyce.
Okay, then we're gonna
Joyce.
go with that Captain. Okay?
If that makes you feel better, that's
Fine.
fine.
I'm gonna tell Edna that we're fine. We're fine.
You know, Ed and I have never met, so that's your choice.
She's heard you through the walls.
I live in Delaware now. How has she heard me through the walls?
When did you move to Delaware? Why didn't I know about this?
Restraining order?
Do you know
Restraining
Delaware was,
order?
you know Delaware's the first state? I know that about Delaware.
I did know that about Delaware. Yeah, it was,
I should be in
one-
Delaware with you. I
one-
know a lot more about Delaware than Joyce does.
Joyce
that
is
woman.
from Joyce is from Delaware.
She would be.
I'm sorry, Louise. You have to forgive me. I didn't mean to go shopping with her.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
But
Don't
I
worry
know
about
that
it.
you're. I can see it in your eyes that you're in pain, and the way you
Pain?
puff that.
Pain? Pain? What do you know about pain?
It's just shopping. I had you.
What do
You were
know
in my
about
mind.
pain? What do you know about pain?
I know about pain because I was hurt when I was a child too, on my knee. But stop smoking that way. You're scaring me.
I'm scaring you? Newports scare you? A Newport scare you? You're scared by a Newport. Is that what you're saying? You're scared by Newports?
Yeah, smoke scares me because there's that from how could you even do that to me?
I'm doing it to me. All right, darling? I'm doing it to me. Not to you. Why is it always about you?
It's of course it's always about me.
Why is it always about you?
Stop smoking! Oh
I
my
can't
goodness!
stop smoking.
You're
Haven't
going-
you read the Surgeon General's thing on the back of the cigarettes? I can't stop. If I could stop, they wouldn't put that thing there.
But that is a symbol of our relationship that is burning.
I'm lighting another one with this one.
You just keep taunting me. It was just shopping, and I had you in my mind the whole time.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I kind of did a little bit, but that's not the point.
No. That's not the point. I'll stop smoking right now if you stop shopping.
Depends on what kind.
You wouldn't stop shopping to save my life.
Why do I have to stop shopping first? Why don't you stop smoking first, and then I will stop shopping?
Because I've got 11 more cigarettes in this pack. I see you. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I know you're right there.
Oh man.
There's really no point in this.
What's the point of hide and seek when you always find me?
It's over. We stopped playing hide and seek. I keep trying to tell you, you're like one of those people who still thinks the World War II is going because you've been in a cave. We stopped playing. That was last week. You're still hiding.
We stopped playing, but I have this muscle memory already. That
Forget your muscle memory. It's that simple. Forget it. Forget your muscle memory. Let's play a different game. Let's play a different game. Yes?
I lost again.
Yes. Paper covers rock.
I always lose. I always lose. The war. We lost the war.
That was a long, that was before you were born, dear. That was. All right. Go hide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Is there anything you want to tell me?
I want to sing you a song.
What?
I want to sing a song for you.
Sing it oh, that would be because you're and you're so that would be okay. That would be a short song, small song, small
Short.
spoken word kind of song.
Can I start now?
You can.
You
Oh, you
can
mean
do magic. You can do anything that you desire. Magic. You can do anything that you desire.
okay?
You like it?
Yeah, that was America, 1978, I think. So
Oh.
good song. It was a good song. I used to like listening to it.
Oh.
Now,
I love it too.
see, now it's just going to make me think of this. You don't sing well, Teresa.
Oh.
You really don't.
Well,
Sorry.
I just love to sing from my heart.
Yeah, your heart. It's got to actually come from your throat. See, yeah. I'm so sorry. I mean, isn't there anything else you can do? I mean, you keep trying to sing, and you're not good at it. No, that's worse. That's worse. It's worse. It's worse.
Oh.
Because people down the block can see it.
Oh, I can make my finger disappear.
What? That's amazing.
Magic.
Sing the song. Sing the song while you do it.
Okay. You can do magic.
Son of a.
You can do anything.
Born in the USA,
I was born in the USA.
Born in the
Hey, man.
USA.
The boss, man, right?
Yeah, man.
The
Nothing bossing than the boss.
He's not a boss. He's the boss.
It's not even a boss. It's
He's
the
boss.
boss. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Anything else on your mind?
I can't feel my face.
I know. Yeah. It's you know what it is? You know what it is?
Know what?
It's not the pot.
Know what?
It was the cough drop.
Do you know what?
It was the cough drop. It was the lozenge. Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't have any of the cough drop.
You got secondhand menthol eucalyptus then from me.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Contact
menthol
high from a piece of candy.
It's not candy, man. It's medication. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Menthol and eucalyptus are not meant to go together. If God had wanted that, he would have made them one thing, like a menthol eucalyptus tree.
Newport cigarettes.
Born in the USA. Born in the USA.
Fucking A,
Boy,
man.
yeah.
Fucking A, man. Yeah.
I gotta get back to the Pentagon.
Yeah, I gotta get back to the court. I
Okay.
can't wait till that trial's over. I'm so tired of being a judge in it.
Just say guilty AF.
Excuse me. Hey, Dad.
Peter.
Is it true
Hmm?
that I'm adopted?
Yeah, it is true.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Why did you even bother to adopt me?
Because you can't just steal a kid. You can't just walk up and steal a kid. It's paperwork. You know me and paperwork. I'm an
Okay.
accountant. Paperwork is paperwork.
Uh,
Your fake mom, she is the one who filled in all the paperwork. Yes, you should thank her. That's a lot of pain. You know, she went through a lot of pain so that you could be our fake son.
yeah. I want all your belongings go to me.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. I mean, you know, it's all legal. It's all paperwork. It's all done.
I have a girlfriend.
Who's your girlfriend?
She's pregnant.
Who is she? What's her name? Wait a minute, pregnant?
Jemima Corazon. She's a Mexican.
Really?
And I want to move into Mexico.
You got her pregnant? Why didn't you just adopt?
Because I don't want to look like me. I don't want my son to be like me.
Your son's gonna be like you if it's your actual son.
I don't want to adopt. It's expensive.
That's true.
But you know, Dad,
That's true.
my girlfriend.
I thought there was gonna be some kind of tax break. Nothing.
I want to abort. I want to back out.
Okay, well, you know, just do what I did.
What did you do?
I just left.
You left?
Not your fake mom. The previous mom who wasn't your fake mom. She got pregnant too. I mean, what the hell?
What's her name?
I don't know.
Yeah. Whew. Can you? We need to. You know, Del. We need to clean this up. We need to clean this mess we've made.
Yeah, it's your mess. It's your mess, Donnie.
Del.
I said right from the start. I'm a beginner. That means I'll help begin things. You're a finisher. Finish it. Go ahead, finish it. You wanted to start another thing? I'm your man. You want to finish this one? That's on you.
Then help me begin this finishing.
Begin
this finishing. Don't. Hey, Del. Don't get confused.
Right.
Breathe deep. Don't get confused. Okay, breathe deep. Don't hold it on. Don't. No. Hold it. Okay, breathe deep.
Begin finishing.
Yes. Begin finishing.
Begin finishing.
Yes.
As long as I don't have to finish finishing. I can begin finishing.
Yes, Del. Yes, Del, you got it. You got it. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Yes, here's the mop. Here's, take it. I'll start scribing and you'll mop the blood.
Yeah.
The
So I'm not finishing.
yes.
I'm beginning.
Yes.
Finishing.
Yes.
Okay.
You're beginning to mop. You're moving it.
That's
You're
it. I'm beginning.
stroking the mop.
I'm beginning.
Stroking the mop.
This.
Yes.
I'm beginning.
Can you see the mop glow?
It's beginning to glow.
Yes. Ushering the new beginning.
Stop saying beginning. Every time you say it, it blows my brain apart.
And then I know you can do this.
Of course I
know
can. I'm a new man. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You are a new man. Every minute you are a new man.
Every day is a new.
Yes. It's a new
beginning.
Yes. Every time you stroke that
Okay.
That was fun. That was so fun.
Oh goodness. Okay, those were good. It was fun to do that with you guys. Any thoughts?
It's hard to follow a scene because you are not focused when your turn, and then because you are very I was laughing so hard, and then if it's your turn, you're just mental block, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
The scenes are very.
It's also hard to be doing a scene and then quickly do another scene as a different character with a different person. So there's two. I get it. I get both of those. You're right. Absolutely. Any other thoughts about what you did or saw?
I'm taking a mental note about how to do this. It's not so much as progressing the story, right? Which I've been trying to. Yeah, but what you do is you latch onto something. Perhaps it's a shiny object. Like with Michael, it's about finishing. You're the finisher, but I'm a beginner. So I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the object, but it does establish who you are in the scene, and it made the entire 2 minutes interesting.
That's the case. Yes, and of course, in that particular scene, Michael got it, and it was like a second baseman throwing to the shortstop. He knew it. He knew what I was going to do. I knew what he was going to do, and at the very end, I knew we would both say the same word, just as we did. I did with I think it was Rudra that we did the thing where we said the same thing at the same time, and yeah, of course, Any other thoughts?
I like it when you said that. Don't say the word begin. It boggles my mind. And if you turn it into colorful things, Mike cannot say begin, but he can say like embark. Or
That's true. That's very true. Oh, that would have been funny. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah, good. Okay. Anything else from what you did or saw? Nothing.
I don't know how you do it, how you adapt to different situations like that. You're like a counter puncher boxer.
Well, I don't know. It's just doing the thing that it's just doing it. It's like I'm playing this guitar with this guy now, and then he's done, and now the guy's playing piano, and I'm playing a different thing. And I don't know. I'm not really thinking about it at all. Because if I did, then that would be awful. Yeah. So that's why I say this stuff is easy, because really you can just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and not really have to think about it. You just know that this is a thing to do. Okay.
Can I add the scene with you and Joy? It's so hilarious. And that scene shows that even though the other person has other feelings for you, you can still do what you want. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that someone says you 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 don't sing good doesn't mean that someone will not sing anymore. Like,
Oh God, no. I hope that. I
Tom,
hope that. Yeah, it's the opposite. Yes. Yeah.
Tom, I like when she does the magic thing with her finger,
Yeah.
and then you said, sing the magic song. It was
Yeah.
very hilarious.
Yes.
To
Yes.
connect it, you did connect the
Yeah.
two.
Well, it's good. It's good to change. It's good to give it up and to change. It's just you can, if you're against it, you're against it. You're against it. Find a reason to suddenly be for it, and it changes everything. And that's when the guy in the tech booth turns the lights out, and you've done your job. Any other thoughts?
early shell.
Okay. So let's get you guys going. I'll get out of the way, and I'll give you a suggestion, but it's not a command. So the first two people I've got you lined up randomly here. So let me just dump you out. So you two do a scene together, Rudra and Rob. I'd like you to use, if you can think of it, some gaps in your talking, like shorter gaps, longer gaps, over talking. Throw that in. I know you and I, Rudra, did some over talking. If you can think of doing it, do it. Otherwise, just go. I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, and
It starts with Hey Rudra. What has language come to? Hey Rudra?
hey, Aruda. It's no. Wrong. It's trying to capture human speech in a graphic form. Hey, Ruda.
Thomas?
Oh,
Like, stop making excuses for people's grammar. Come on.
is that what you think I'm doing? See, God. Why? Why would I? Wait.
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 Do,
Wait. What?
whoop.
Okay, fine. Go. You talk.
What's the one thing that I like most about sending a postcard to people is the pin code. Come on, like, you know me.
I guess I didn't, but fine. Okay. You like a pin code.
Yeah, it is the beauty of the whole address in 6 numbers. Just, can you imagine that?
No, I honestly can't. That's
You never shared my the fascination for pin codes, right? From beginning, Thomas.
no.
Be honest.
No. This is
Why are you
nothing
being
but-
honest? Why can't you just say that I like it? Like, all these new things I'm learning.
Fine.
No,
Stop. Oh,
What?
no.
Oh my God! No! That is okay. You speak now. You speak.
Thank you. Okay. I have not ever in this lifetime or the previous lifetime that I'm aware of ever been interested in pin codes. I do not care. If I have led you to believe that I was remotely interested in pin codes, I apologize for misleading you. But no, the answer is no.
How does a person get to the right place without a pin? It's the direction from God.
Scene. That was lovely. That was fun. I loved your facial expressions, both of you, and your physical stuff. And at the end, when he told you he doesn't care about this stuff, the look of absolute
Horror.
desolation on your face. It's as though you were told that you were actually born on another planet. It was really funny. I loved it. What was it about? Who cares?
Yeah.
That was fun. I really enjoyed that. I'm not going to ask for too many comments right now. We'll talk about stuff later. So I can get you guys up there. But I will tell you that was really fun. And the overtalk really did inject energy into the scene. You didn't need it, but it did. It just pumped air into the tire. It was nice. So well done. Nice job. I really enjoyed that scene. Okay, let's go on. Let's move on. The next two people up are these people here, according to my thing. I'll ask you to do something similar. They did do the gaps in talking and the over talking. I'll ask you to go loud and soft for no reason if you think of doing it. And don't just do loud or don't just do soft. Try to vary it. See what happens if you think of doing it. If not, no problem. I'll get out of your way.
So, ma'am, have you read my resignation letter already? I put it on your table like 2 weeks ago, and there's supposed to be like 2 weeks notice.
I have something to tell you.
What is it?
I resigned first. So, your resignation letter will not be approved by me anymore.
What? You're leaving this place before me? I'm leaving this place because of you, and you're leaving first?
Yeah. The other company texted me, the one you're applying to.
Oh,
And
no, you
they
didn't.
will hire you and they will hire me, because if they hire me, you'll be under me again. But
You know,
but I know.
I've dreamed of the moment that I could be your equal in a different company. And then now, are you telling me that you're still going to be my boss?
Whether you like it or not. Yes! I'll be your boss. I will be your boss forever. If you jump to other company, I'll follow you. I'll follow you.
But why? Why do you keep following me?
Yes, you're good. I don't want you to. I don't want you to excel that much. Because you excel so much.
You mean that? That I'm good? You mean it? You've always been. I've learned so much from you.
I'm learning so much from you also.
You're the best boss ever.
Scene. Job, mission accomplished. Nice job. Oh boy, that is the classic status shift, and that is definitely that. It definitely is that. When somebody changes, particularly if there's a reason for it, it's always rewarding to the audience. And when both people change, that's even twice as rewarding. If there's something about that. So that's really cool. And you did do what I asked you to do with the varying the volume. That's really, really nice. It was a nice connection. It did turn into a connection. It could have gone differently. It could have been, hey, here's this thing I did. Okay, I'll send it up to human resources. Okay, when do I get to hear from it? Well, we'll send you an email. It could have been that. Thankfully, it wasn't. It was you had the sense to make it about the two of you, and then it got more and more and more about the two of you. And to admit that the reason that you were being so tough on her was because she's good. That's the way. That's kind of cool. That's knowing how to engineer a status shift. That's really cool. That's giving a gift. At least that's what we call it in improv. Nice. Okay, let me go down the line here. And we've got there. That's what we've got. And I'm going to ask you to do something similar. Either of those things that I just asked them to do. Talking more gaps between when you talk, or less gaps, or talking over one another, and or louder and softer, and to do it for no real reason. If you happen to think of it, I'll get out of your way.
Stop messing that! Oh my gosh.
What now?
You keep putting mess everywhere and I keep on cleaning it again and again.
You want it clean. I want it clean. You don't want it clean? I want it clean. Clean's better than not clean.
It's the wrong material. You're using the toothpaste to clean everything.
It's toothpaste cleans things. That's why I'm using it.
There's a dishwasher for that. There's a toilet cleaner for toilet. There's a specific cleaner for everything.
Do you know what happens if you take toilet cleaner and you put it in your mouth? It's horrible. If you put toothpaste
such a stubborn.
You clean a toilet with the toothpaste, it doesn't hurt the toilet at all.
I married a man who is very stubborn for like 30 years. My gosh.
Valerie, you knew who I was when you met me.
You always say that excuses. It's our anniversary tomorrow and you keep on saying that things. It hurts me a lot.
Well, I don't mean to hurt you.
Really?
No, I don't want to hurt you.
Oh.
You know, it hurts me just as much.
You heard that?
What?
You heard our theme song. I wanna grow old with you. Huh? I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when you're arthritis is bad.
And we'll be old.
It's wrong lyrics. Wrong lyrics.
I
wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow old with you. Oh, can
you know
what? What?
Nothing. I just want to brush my teeth again.
Okay, so you're going to use the cleaner?
Scene. I just want to brush my teeth again. That's perfect. I wish you could see, like I could see, everybody laughing in the green room. That was so much fun. That was
good,
so...
Joy. Thank you, Joy.
Joy, stop singing. No. No, don't ever stop singing. Oh, that was fun as hell. You did everything that I asked you to do. That idea of you use toothpaste for everything. Guess what that was? I mean, that was a shiny object. I mean, that was the thing that defined your relationship at that moment. It's and it's a gift. It's a I'm telling you who you are. You know, I'm the improviser, and I'm telling you who you are. You would think that that's annoying. That it's like, wow, who's the other improviser to tell me who I am? That's a gift. That's suddenly that's not you have no work to do. It's done for you. It's wonderful. That's nice. It was fun as hell. The connection was definitely there, and of course, I don't want to hurt you. It hurts me when when you're hurt. That's the kind of thing that stops these things from becoming nasty arguments. You know, you can be on different sides, but it doesn't have to be nasty arguments. You can still love each other as characters and still get on each other's nerves. So that's a lot of fun. Nice scene, and that was a perfect ending, by the way. You know, that's what we call a beat or a button. When someone says a thing like that, it's like bang. When you turn the lights out at that point and the music comes up, the audience doesn't realize that wasn't planned. It's like the perfect thing is said, and the person in the tech booth has to be an improviser and has to realize now, and that makes it all look intentional. When you do it that way, it makes it look like, oh yeah, we wrote this, but we didn't. A lot of fun. Okay, let's move along. And what do we got? There we go. Okay, same deal. Loud, soft, over talk if you want, or leave gaps if you can think of doing that. If not, don't worry about it. I'll get out of your way.
Why? We are very poor. Okay. We are very poor. We are struggling right now. I've been doing this all work. We already have these loans everywhere from 5 different banks. Okay. We don't have much anymore. We need to go home. Okay. We need to go back to our country, or else
Daddy,
do something bad here, and then we can go to prison. Everything is free. Okay. Choose an option. Stop smiling. Stop
I
smiling.
like that. I like that, Daddy. I like your idea. Going to prison.
Yes.
As,
Okay.
as long as I'm with you.
Because you are a very lazy guy. I raised you to be responsible, smart, and educated man. But what you did, you have nothing. You don't have anything. You don't have any brain cells inside your brain. You don't have any blood cells inside your blood. What are you?
I don't
Are
need
you?
brain cells. I don't need blood.
Your genes? Huh? Do you have my genes? Do you have my genes?
Yes, I do. Just look at my face.
Okay.
Can't you see? Can't you see? I look like you. When you laugh, I look like you. When you frown, like that. When you say no.
No. John Denver. The point is, you bought something for me that I don't want, okay? There's a lot of stuff inside my house that I don't like. Stop doing this! What the fuck is this? What the? Your generation sucks. Huh?
Daddy!
That's not a headbang. You do the headbang like this, like that. You have to do that. What the hell? What the hell is that? What kind of generation is that? Your TikTokers, huh? You TikTokers. Your generation. Your what? Your Gen Z. What are you? Gen Z? No, you're Gen I. You are Gen I. Gen idiot. Our generation strive. We built this a lot of my generation built in the industry of this world. We built trains, we built everything for you, and then you ruin it with like this. Is that what you learn from what I pay for you in the school? Answer me. Come on, explain yourself. Explain yourself. Redeem yourself.
I do
What
this.
the
I do this.
hell is that?
I do this to honor your generation.
See, it's you can't improve on this. Josh, you speak for me too. I feel the same exact way that you do. Oh God, that's so damn good. Did you name him John Denver? Is that what you said? I thought so. That is beautiful. You named your kid John Denver. What does that say about you? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, yes, that was brilliant. And Michael, you were playing kind of the straight man, but not really, because you really were giving it back. So that was a lot of fun. And just the craziness, the physicality of it. What was the scene about? I mean, I don't know. What exactly? Who cares? It doesn't freaking matter. It's it's not Virginia Woolf. So let's talk. Let's just go through. And by the way, I got a couple of quick quotes for you from Miles Davis. And this is. Check that out, man. Sometimes it takes you a long time to sound like yourself. And so, yeah, which means it's a lot of work before you can relax enough to know that you can do whatever the hell you want to do now that you know how to do it. Picasso didn't start off by painting weird things, and he didn't start off painting Guernica. He started off painting regular things and learning how to stretch canvas and learning how to mix paints and learning how palette knives worked and all that crap. He had to do all that shit before he could suddenly start to be creative and be himself. It takes a long time before you can be you and have it work. Any other? So let's just go down the line. Let's start with you. We always start here. Josh, anything you're taking away from this?
There's a lot, but I'm still high with this kind of setup. The scenes
I would be too.
Yeah, there's a lot of going on inside my mind. I think, yeah, I cannot explain.
Good. Michael, what do you got?
Yeah, you said earlier something about playing up to the intelligence of the smartest person in the audience. My take on that is, I always pick my scene partner as the smartest in the room. That's why. So I just follow and amplify his ideas. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do.
That's always a good thing to do.
Yeah.
And I one of the improvisers I respect the most, as you probably heard, is David Rosowski. There are a number of others, but he's the one who stands out for me. And every time I'm on stage, I pretend he's sitting in the audience. And I don't do anything that I wouldn't do in front of him. That would embarrass me in front of him. That I would, after the show, I would look and say, "Oh yeah, I guess I shouldn't have done that." I always pretend he's there. Rudra, what do you got?
So, after watching everyone, I think what came to me at the end was give up the story for the relationship.
Yeah.
I think beautifully enjoy and Dawn's scene, and as well as Andy's and Christy's scene. It just stood out, saying, because I get stuck in the story. I'm like, what the story is.
Yeah.
And then I see these people playing so beautifully along, and just makes sense at the end.
That's one of the reasons that doing narrative improv, where scene after scene after scene, you're doing a movie, telling a story. That's why it's so difficult, because how do you tell a story without focusing on the story? It's the audience's job to create the story as you're doing it, not yours. They're the ones who make sense out of what you're doing. Even if this person thinks one thing and this person thinks another thing, they're the ones who are, without even trying to, creating a story out of what you're doing. So doing narrative improv is hard for that reason, to resist manipulating the plot because you know there's supposed to be one.
Yeah.
It's tough. Rob, what do you got?
Along the same lines, it's not only not your job to tell the story, it's kind of a crutch to fall back into telling the story. So like when you get stuck, you want to push the plot forward so at least you accomplish something. So just saying no to, trying to have a scene make sense is a risky choice, but probably a better one.
Yeah, because it's not possible to tell the story, because your partner is 50% invested in this scene and they don't know what the hell's in your mind. So how can you tell the story? What's the story? Who elected you the storyteller in the scene? So you'll figure it out. And it's like when the fog clears in that scenario I gave you, and then you see the destination, and then you both think, oh, okay, this is where we are now. Let's go there. Then you can start worrying about, putting one foot in front of the other. We go down to Chrissy. Chrissy, what do you got?
Something about it doesn't always have to be a nasty argument. So it's the easiest, making an argument out of something is the easiest way to escalate things. And that's naturally where I always go. But then there are other ways to escalate and react to each other, and change things up, like shifting the voices, shifting the status. So those are the tricks that I'll have up my sleeve next time.
Yeah. And if you're in an orbit, whatever it is, change it after a while. If it's working for you, great. If it keeps working for you, it's been going too long. Try something new. Andy, what do you got?
Contrapunto is like Josh was like telling Michael, don't do this, but he's been doing this for 1 minute. So that's contrapunto. I love scenes like that. When you say something and do something else.
It's lovely. It's and I'm watching people just crack up laughing, and I'm cracking up laughing. Why? Because you can't help it. It's like if somebody sticks a pin in you, it hurts. And if somebody does something like that, it's funny. I don't care who you are. It just is. So why not do it? Joy, what do you got?
The thing that you said about hard work, it's like the guitarist, the you compared it to the guitarist. It takes a lot of like patience and all, and I want to apply that in all areas of my life. Yeah,
You
everything,
probably will.
in relationships, in my like goal, and
Yeah, why not? You probably will. Miles Davis said that he wakes up. He's dead now, of course, but he said that he woke up. The first time he opened his eyes every morning, all he could think of was, what can I create? How can I get better? How can I change? He didn't even keep his old albums. If he did this incredible album, he didn't even have a copy of it in his house. Any of them. Because, hey, I did that already. Let's move on. That's astonishing. Don, what have you got?
Something about catching the shiny object and then make that be important between the two of you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Beginner improvisers, what they do, or crappy improvisers, what they do is there's a shiny object that somebody brings in, but the other person brings in their own. And now you got two. And I'm working on my shiny object. Aren't I funny? You're working on your shiny object. Aren't you funny? It's like trying to play volleyball with two volleyballs at the same time. We have to both be playing with the same ball. Eventually it winds up in the ocean. Great, then we can use the other one. But we have to both be focused on the same thing, or else the thing that we're focused on doesn't matter. And if it doesn't matter, why should anybody watch it?
Right.
Last Miles Davis quote I'll give you. Okay. And this is about when you, whatever you say or do in a scene, if you think it's wrong. It's not the note you play that's the wrong note. It's the note you play afterwards that makes it right or wrong. So it's not what you do that works or doesn't work. It's what your partner makes of it that can make it work or not work. And in all of our scenes tonight, every partner took whatever was there and made it work. So that's why it worked. You know, it's teamwork. It's teamwork. There's no mistake. The mistake is to think something is a mistake and to not treat it well. That mistake is probably going to be the shiny object. It happens all the time. The mistake is always the shiny object if your partner is smart enough to catch that and just make it that. If he treats it like a mistake, you're both screwed. Okay, so I'm done unless anyone has a thing to say. Nope.
Good.
Okay. Well, nice work, everyone. It was really fun.
Yes.
Tom, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
You
you.
can do magic.
Yeah.
You can have everything.
I like this thing better, though. Yeah.
you desire.
Thank you, Tom.
Magic. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.